Well, dub motherfuckers. What is going on, everyone? It is I. It is everyone's favorite jack of all trades with a foul mouth, Commodore Urban, and welcome back to another awesome fucking video, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Before I do dive in this bitch, big special shout out to all of you guys, my viewers, my subscribers, for sticking around watching this shit. The reason why I fucking do it's for all you guys, so yeah. And if you can see the picture here, it is the lovely New Jersey herself from Adder Lane doing some detailing of the hull of the 1/350 scale model of herself, the New Jersey, by Tamiya Models. Well, the reason why I fucking have this picture, guys, is because we are actually continuing to work on the hull of the USS New Jersey, and this is going to be part 6 of my build of the USS New Jersey by Tamiya Models with the upgrade set by fucking Ponto's Models. And in part 5, we actually started adding details to the hull of the ship, including the keel, and then we drilled holes for the drainage ports and outlets and shit, and did some other detailing on the hull. Well, today, for the most part, we have finished up the detailing of the hull. And one thing I will add before we do any of the custom shit I've done to it, I went ahead and added part C3, which is the wraparound shield on the nose of the ship. So I did go ahead and add part C3 onto the bow. See, there's the bull's nose right there. Now, there's a lot of shit going on here, so let's go ahead and flip the model over, and you can probably see there is a lot of these little square blocks on the bottom of the model. Well, that is because these are all the anodes that are on the bottom of the ship. And thanks to the Battleship New Jersey Memorial and Museum's massive list of videos of the ship in dry dock, and also several other videos of the ship in dry dock, like during around the 80s and 90s, I was able to figure out the locations of where all these anodes were. The majority of all the anodes are around the two bilge keels, as you can see fucking here. And you can see here. And these little bastards took forever to glue on. There was some anodes here, anodes here and there, and anodes inside and outside of the Holland tunnel. And also did some more work on the keel. I smoothed it all off, so when I put primer paint on it, it should be fine. And of course we have our main keel of the ship, and it goes up to, like I said, the forefoot, which is right here, and of course the two mysterious dents in the hull. Voila. Now the next thing I did, as you can see along the hull, all them little white squares, those are hull plates. Well, some hull plates. If you look very carefully at the plastic, I actually lightly etched or lightly scribed the actual hull plates that are running along the ship. I mean, it's hard to see it, but I did do it. And the reason why it's only lightly done, because at this scale, those lines would be very, almost not really seen. But these hull plates, and I want to give a big special shout out to Ben over at the Midwest Model Shop for this, because I was watching his 1/200 scale build of the Missouri when he was working on the hull, and the Missouri or the Iowa class battleships had these hull plates that ran along the ship like so. And I counted them, and I even found pictures of the real ships, including a picture of the New Jersey, and I was able to fucking see every one of these hull plates. And there are 20 altogether on each side. You know, actually 40. Actually, no way. You know, there's 40 altogether. Or actually 80 altogether. 40 of each type. Well, there's 40 longer ones and 40 of the shorter ones, but 20 of each on each side. And they go like this: long one, a short one, long one, short one, and they're spaced out evenly all along the hull. And when I originally made these fucking things, I made them out of the same plastic, this plastic that you could see that my anodes are fucking made out of. But they were too thick. They stuck out of the hull too fucking much. And there's a really good photograph of New Jersey during the time of her recommissioning right here. And it's very hard to see them. There's one of the bigger plates, and there's one of the smaller plates. See how they are thin and they're up against the hull of the ship? Okay? So I went and used paper. Yes, I fucking used paper. And that's what these are. They're all paper glued to the ship. So that they are on there and they're thin. They're fucking thin enough to where if you would paint, primer and paint it, it'd be just a little bit undiscernible, but they're still there. But like I said, once again, big shout out to Ben over at the Midwest Model Shop. If it wasn't for his video originally, I wouldn't have known. I would have forgot about these hull plates, but I did research on that and found the hull plates. So Ben, if you're fucking watching, thanks bud, I appreciate that. And another thing I wanted to show was along the hull, you see these little things sticking out, and they are down at an angle. Those are all the discharges. And yes, I did show you the actual discharge pipes to have holes in them. But I also made the actual discharges too. And how I figured out how those looked is from photographs like this. You can clearly see these discharge pipes, and they're bent at an angle like an elbow, and they're very, very easy to spot. It's not like they're fucking hard to spot. They're not hard to spot, really. You can clearly see them very easily. See? Going along the hull, you can clearly see them very easily. So I was able to figure out the locations of where all of these water discharge ports and shit were at. And I drilled the holes like I said. And if you want to see an up-close picture of one of these discharge ports, this is what they actually look like. The ones that weren't covered over with those pipes going down the sides of the fucking ship. See? It's just an elbow pipe coming out of the side of the ship, which dumps all that shit out and about. So we have all the ones on that side of the ship, and then we have all these ones along here. And once I get the hull painted and shit, they will be black. Oh, and I also drilled holes and add those little wood pegs in there to hold the 5-bladed screws on. So we have the anodes, we got all the anodes on, we got the keel, we got all the discharge ports on the side of the ship, we got the hull plating on, and then one more detail that I needed to do, It was not included in the kit. But if you look on the ass end of the New Jersey, there is nothing there. But if you was to look at a picture of New Jersey later on, if we could find one, right here, you can clearly see there is a box looking structure fucking thing on the ass end, on her ass end. So I was able to look online and I found a real good picture, and from that I made a template, and then I made one out of toothpicks. So there's that structure on her ass end out of toothpicks, and I actually figured out what the fuck this thing is for. And I found out because of the book Battleship, Missouri by Paul Stillwell. And Paul Stillwell, in his book on this ship, clearly right here, there's the Missouri. She has that same fucking thing on her ass end, just like New Jersey. And it says right here, the squares just below the ship's name are for outlets for streaming the Nixie acoustic homing devices. And then this guy, whoever had this book, wrote in here, this is for torpedo countermeasures per Iowa Class B something book, page 118. I'm thinking, I don't know what this book is. I'm thinking it's the book by Robert F. Summerall, or Summerall. I don't know. I'm going to try to look for this. I thought about erasing that shit, but I thought, you know what? Nah, that's fine. I'll keep it in there. But this is something to do with anti-torpedo measures. As it says, the Nixie acoustic homing device. It says it's anti-torpedo countermeasure or something. So, I guess all the Iowas had this thing on them. And the Missouri kit has that piece included, but they didn't include that piece with the New Jersey, which is fucking weird. So I just went ahead and I fucking custom built the sumbitch. So there it is. There's what it actually looks like. Looks pretty good to me. So yeah. All in all, for the most part, the hull of the New Jersey is pretty much finished, except there's these two booms that go here. There's a little hole here. There's a boom that goes here, and a boom that goes on the other side. And they're photo etch in brass. I'll probably install them later on and have them on there and have it ready for primer and paint. So there's the entire hull of the New Jersey, completely outfitted and detailed and basically ready for primer. Like I said, a lot of fucking time and a lot of effort went to that fucking hull. So hope you guys enjoyed part 6 of the build. I don't know what part 7 is going to be, but I'm probably going to be working on detailing some more superstructure pieces. I don't know. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back with you. If you're new to the channel like shit, fucking do hit the fucking subscribe button, hit the damn notification bell, and never miss a video from yours truly ever again. Until next time, this is Commenter Urban saying a smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with you all. God bless you. Take care. Stay safe. Be yourselves. Jesus and the good Lord love you all very much. And until next time around, I'll catch you on more trading when the hell anyone knows. And anchors away, motherfuckers. Yeah.